What is going on today, guys? Tomcat here, and today we're back with a little bit of a different video, but it's definitely a special video. So, with the help of my friend Troy, who owns a shop up in North Carolina called GSI Motorsports, we got the AEM Infinity ECU installed, and it was actually an AEM Infinity that he had, and he used it on his 1J240 for a little while, but then he got another one, and I used that one that he wasn't using on the S2000, and then brought the S2000 down here to DBW Motorsports and just to see what we could get out of the engine. Now, as far as the engine goes and this tune goes, it is just purely a 93 octane pump gas tune. No E85, nothing like that. So it's a 93 pump tune, with the only different thing about the car being the 3-inch catless exhaust from Origin, or Origin Fabrication if you don't know. So I was thinking the car was going to make in the ballpark of probably like, I don't know, 210-ish, and you'll see later on in the video it actually made quite a bit more than that, and it made a lot more than I was expecting it to, especially considering the fact that the engine is completely stock other than the exhaust. It's even a stock header, so you guys I think will be pretty impressed with the power figure, considering, like I said, that it's a stock engine with just the AEM Infinity and an exhaust. Also, while Doug was strapping the car down and kind of like getting everything ready, I walked around the shop a little bit, and there were some crazy cars here. This GTR runs in Global Time Attack, and it's so fast. I've seen this car out at Road Atlanta multiple times, and it's just absolutely ridiculous. It's from what I've seen and what I've heard, it's an absolute dominator. These brakes are so huge, and the car has so much aero on it. It's just nuts. One of the big things also for me about this was I've never had a car on a standalone ECU before, and I was pretty blown away at all the things that this thing could do. Like, it can do so much stuff, like I can't even remember half the stuff it can do. Also, I have no clue why this amused me so much, but you have your little fan, and then you have your massive fan. Don't ask me why that amused me so much, it just did. And dude, at this point, I was just like crossing my fingers and hoping for the best. And I know that there's really not that much that could go wrong with an NA car, but you get that like pre-dyno kind of jittery feeling, and you're like, I hope it does what it's supposed to do. And then once the car gets on the dyno, there's that build-up in anticipation for like, I need to know what it makes. I need to know what it makes. Even if it's not going to make like, you know, crazy massive horsepower, you're still like, I want to know what it makes. And well, there's your results. That's the power we were looking for. Actually, all that was just a quick test pass to 5,000 RPM, which it's not going to make really any power below 5,000 RPM anyway with the way this car is set up. The way we have it set up now is to hit VTEC at around 5,200 RPM and carry out to about 8,400 RPM. So you have a really nice wide range to use. And dude, like the first time I drove it on the new tune, I was just like, oh my god, it's just so smooth and so crisp. Like, god, I can't wait to like actually get it on the track and see how it is out there. The other thing you have to realize about tuning an NA car is, yes, it's about getting as much power as you can out of it, but it's also about really tuning that power band, because it's not necessarily like, you know, you're tuning a turbo car or a supercharged car. You don't really have any boost to work with, so you're really trying to extract as much as you can from that NA power plant. And sometimes that can be a little bit tricky. Some engines are different than others. Well, all engines are different than others, really. But that was 207 at about like 7,000 RPM. Once it crossed the 220 mark, I got really excited, because that was, first of all, more than I thought it was going to make, and also, we have a few hundred more RPM to go. Then on this run, or I should say after this run, the numbers that came back were like, oh, okay, and we still hadn't gone above 8,000 RPM yet. And I was like, I know that there's more to work with here, and we're still seeing really good improvements. And I'm like, okay, I'm starting to get really excited. And then I flipped the camera around, and yeah, I was kind of I was kind of excited here because I did not think the car was going to make anywhere near this much. Not necessarily because of the power number, but like it kind of blew my mind that it did this well on a completely stock motor with just a 3-inch catless exhaust. So at the end of the day, it pretty much ended up making about 229 horsepower even, so about 229.049, I think the exact number was, which is basically you can round that to like 229.05, but I don't know why you would round to that when you're talking about horsepower, because like that little of a number is not going to make any difference. But yeah, so we ended up making almost 230 horsepower at the wheels with an AEM Infinity, a stock motor, and a catless 3-inch exhaust, and I honestly couldn't be happier. Like, it's so much more than I thought it was going to be, and it's such a good number for the car right now that it just suits it absolutely perfectly, and I cannot wait to see how it is on the track. Can't wait to see how it is on the mountains. I'll be at Togefest with the car. That's going to be a little bit of an interesting stretch with my schedule, but we'll see how that goes because I'm going to be traveling and I'm going to be moving just like leading up to that trip, so that trip may end up being like my not necessarily winding down time after those, but like my chance to just kind of get out and just do car stuff for a weekend. So that should be really, really, really fun. But I was happy. I'm still insanely happy with the car, and amazing job. So for all you guys that were wanting to know the horsepower, that is about like the most accurate reading you're going to get. That was on a Mustang dyno, and I mean, of course, this guy Doug tunes cars all the time, and he's very, very good at it and knows exactly what he's doing. So if you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave it a like. Tell me in the comments down below what y'all thought of it, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe for more. I'll see y'all next time. Talk to you guys later.